Welcome to Defying Dice, a weekly D&D podcast where me and my friends play Dungeons & Dragons. Our 5th episode starts with a battle, as our party enters a hideout of a goblin gang and attempts to clear it out. But, before we get into it, I want to thank you for listening to our humble little podcast. It does mean a lot to us and we do appreciate it. But I would like to know your thoughts on our show, so please tweet at us at Defying Dice, or on our page on Facebook, or onto our website. Any feedback to us is really helpful and appreciated. We'd love to hear from you. But without any further ado, let's get into the game. Enjoy.
Go clean your diaper.
All of a sudden, Gilbert loses his bear form and returns to normal.
And shits his pants in the process.
So, now that we return, we have our adventuring party just running into a pair of goblins that ran through the cave. They can see straight ahead of them there's 2 wolves with a goblin riding on their backs, both with arrows ready to fire. The Goliath and our wizard are staying back at the entrance of the cave about 15 feet from where they are and have to make their way towards them. So, as we start, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Roll your mother. 18.
18? Okay, wait a second. Alright. Alright.
Okay, I'm not as bad as I thought it was.
Alright, so, where is everybody's initiative? 25 to 20?
God, no.
15, 20?
18.
18 for our bard. 15 to 10. Our barbarian.
12.
12. Very nice. 5 to 10. 5 to 0.
4.
4.
I got Trace.
Trace. 3. Alright. Okay.
Got those trays of food.
So first up, as these wolves start rushing in with the goblins coming in, not surprised, but knowing that somebody's in the area, they wait up as the bard goes first.
Oh, damn.
What are you doing, Sparky?
Do a thing.
That's a great question.
Knock 'em dead.
Can I hold my turn?
You can hold your action. You have to move, or you can't hold your movement. You can hold your action, so you can prepare an action to use. But at the moment,
Well, I don't really want to use a spell.
You have regular attacks, don't you?
I do, yeah. But they're kind of weak.
Oh, they're melee or like
yeah,
close
they're
up.
melee,
Yeah.
and I don't really want to be doing that when nobody else is here. Cause
You got a bear.
well,
He's down below me attacking.
yeah. I'd rather wait for you guys to come up because I feel like, yeah. I'll move in. Can I move like in behind
behind the bear,
the bear?
you can definitely do that. Yeah.
Okay.
So is it behind the bear? Are you holding your action, or what are you doing?
Hold my action. Yeah.
Okay, what are you holding? What do you want to do? What's going to trigger your action?
If someone attacks me,
Someone attacks you, and then what are you going to do?
attack them with my short sword.
Okay, so someone gets close. Okay. Alright, so that's the end of your turn. The next up is our barbarian. You were just at the entrance of the way, about 10 feet back.
Okay.
So you're going to rush up, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna move forward.
What's your movement?
30 speed.
30? That's the bear.
No.
That should be the bear, so the chainsaw guy.
I'm chainsaw?
Yeah.
Just move the chainsaw and the Axeman away.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can get right up to them.
Okay.
Alright, so you're attacking the first wolf and goblin
Yep.
setup. Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna do, use my great axe.
Okay. And that's, you have 1 attack.
Yep.
Are you going to a rage, I assume?
What?
Are you raging or no?
No, I'm not raging yet.
You're not raging yet. Okay. Alright. Holding off on the rage.
Yep.
Okay. What'd you
Boy, don't
roll?
like to rage.
10.
10 plus your...
What did my plus?
It would be the attack bonus there.
Attack bonus 6, so 16.
16. That does hit. You're hitting the goblin or the wolf?
Let's go the wolf.
Okay. You're hitting for the wolf.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll for damage. That definitely hits.
Okay. 1d12
Yep.
plus 4. So 10.
10 total.
Yep.
So as you can see, these goblins are rushing up. You see your one bard friend kind of hide behind the bear carefully and ready for something. You rush up, massive steps coming through, take your axe, slam it right down into the center of this wolf's head, cracking the skull as the goblin comes flying forward as the wolf tumbles over, dead. Killed it in one shot.
Oh damn!
The wolf falls to the edge as the goblin kind of rolls, falling prone. So that guy, this guy over here, is prone, and that wolf is dead. So that ends your turn. You could go into a rage now if you wanted to, but you don't have to. You know when you go into a rage, you get +2 damage.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm just gonna...
It gives you resistance against bludgeoning and slashing.
Yeah, that too.
I'm okay for now.
From my studies with my father, I know that.
Alright, no, that's fine. So you're just holding there.
Yeah.
That's the end of your turn. Alright, next up is the goblin's turn. So, we will see this. Yeah, you're getting... Okay, so, on the goblin's turn, they all see a Goliath standing straight in front of them. And all 5 of them are going to shoot arrows at you.
Okay.
And 1 wolf will attack. So, as you stand there, first goblin, that's a 2 plus 5. You know, you guys should be really glad your DM rolls like shit. 7 to hit, doesn't hit. Natural 20, that hits.
Yep.
17?
Hits.
16?
Hits.
That hits. That's 8, 24.
Yeah, hits. 12?
Nope. And the wolf? 17.
Hits.
So 1 crit, 4 hits.
Yeah.
Alright. So the first one is a crit. That is... 10 plus 12 points of damage from the crit. And then there was 3 more hits from them. 3, so 15 total. 20. And then another 8. And then the wolf will hit you. So it's a total of 21 so far.
Okay.
And the wolf is going to hit you. Oh no, that would have been... I said 20 total, and then I hit 8. So it would be a total of 25, and then the wolf hits you. For 5.
Okay, I'm unconscious.
Okay, when did you go unconscious? Yeah, how many hit points did you have?
25 until the wolf attacked.
Okay, 25 until the wolf? Okay, so as these arrows stick into you, standing, blocking the pathway, you kind of stand firm, shrugging off the blows until the wolf finally grabs onto your leg, pulling you down as you fall unconscious in the first round.
Oh damn!
Alright.
Hence why I did not run up.
So, with your Goliath down,
Jeez.
next up is the wizard.
Yep.
Fireball!
Alexander, what are you doing?
I just gotta figure this out.
I would recommend parking in the rear. I repeat, parking in the rear.
I'm gonna move about here.
Okay, you move there.
And then, it's within 15 feet.
Sure. Yeah, that's within 15, yep.
So I'm gonna shoot a thunder wave and try and knock these guys back.
Okay, so where are you putting your thunder wave?
Directly in the mouth of this cave. Like,
Oh, right there?
kind of here, because it kind of hits all of them.
Okay, I'm just going to look up thunder wave here real quick.
You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying?
Okay, it's a 15-foot cube from yourself.
Oh, from myself. Yeah, I missed that.
Each creature originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a fail, takes thunder damage and is pushed away from you. On a successful save, they take half damage and aren't pushed. So, if you do this,
Actually-
it will hit your unconscious friend.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
So, you could
do-
still do it, but what are you doing?
I'm gonna throw a magic missile at the first 3 people.
Okay, the wolf and the 2 goblins there?
Yep.
Okay. So, I need you to roll your spells to hit.
I think they automatically hit. I just
Oh, yeah, they don't use roll damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's your first one?
3 total.
3 total. Okay.
I think. Yeah, 3 total.
Okay, off for the wolf.
Another 3.
Okay.
And that is a 3 again.
3 again, alright. So, as you quickly rush up thinking, Thunderwave, no, that might hurt my friend, you raise up your book, kind of put your hand out towards where the goblins are, and you unleash these arcane bright blue lights lighting up the cavern area as you see them flash into the 3 goblins, or the 2 goblins and the 1 wolf. They look decently like they took damage, but they still seem standing and ready to get going. Anything else you want to do?
As a bonus action, I'm going to move back.
That's not a bonus action. You have enough. No, that would be.
30 movement speed.
You
It
probably
didn't take.
move 2 more squares. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll move back 2.
Next up is the druid, who is a giant brown bear.
The
I
bird.
thought I'd change back because of my.
No, you didn't change back for that.
Oh, you that was just sarcasm. Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Yeah, no, I was just being sarcastic.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're still a bear with a currently barred hanging just
Well,
behind you.
I am going to eat myself a goblin.
All right, so you rush up.
My cover, it's gone.
Are you still hanging on his back, though?
I was just standing behind.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you rush up, and there's a wolf and goblin blocking your way.
I am going to use a claw against the bear, or not the bear, the dog.
The wolf.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna bite the head off that goblin.
All right. Roll an attack on the wolf first.
That is a 9 plus 5, so that's 14
That hits.
on the puppy. And for the bite, that is a 16 on the puppy. Or on the goblin
That
side.
hits. Yeah.
Okay, so for the claw, I need 2d4. Do you mind if I borrow the green?
Yep.
Just for this one go.
I guess so.
5 plus 4 is 9 points of damage
To the wolf.
to the wolf, yes.
So you bring, as this bear runs up, brings his one paw down, and crushes the wolf's skull underneath. As the goblin kind of flies back, stands back. The bear prepares for his bite and bites onto the goblin.
Yeah, here we go for damage.
5 total.
5 total
All right.
piercing damage.
So as that happens, you bring your mouth, and it's big enough. The goblin looks up to you with these dark black eyes, this murky face. Goes, "Ah!" And as that happens, you snatch right on top of its head, crush its skull in your teeth, and release back as this goblin is stuck in your maw. You kind of swing it back and forth and chuck it off to the side, killing both the wolf and the goblin in that hit.
Atta girl.
As a bear, I can't use any spells. You know?
No, you can't cast spells as a bear.
Okay.
Use just the burr.
All right, so back to the top of the round. The bard is now his turn as he held his action.
Can I use like healing word or cure wounds on him to bring him back?
Cure wounds has to be touched. Healing wounds can be.
I know, but
Yep. No, if you heal him, he'll wake up.
okay, I'm gonna rush up to him and cure wounds.
Okay. As you rush up, you get right to your large Goliath friend, and you reach down, you touch him, and you can feel a pulse of energy as he heals. How much?
7.
You heal 7 hit points as you all of a sudden feel the small little bard reach up to you and goes, "You got this, buddy." And you take another breath. You're still on the ground, but you are still alive. That's the end of your turn, unless you want to inspire someone.
He can use his bonus action.
That's his bonus action.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, Cure Wounds is an action.
Cure Wounds is an action, a bonus action to inspire someone if you wanted to.
Oh, I
Your
see.
bardic inspiration.
My bardic inspiration gives him
A d6 that they can add to any roll, attack roll, or saving throw.
giving him bardic inspiration.
Okay, you turn over to your wizard friend who just unleashed a magic missile, and you turn to him and say,
I look at you and I say, the object of war is not to die for your country, but to make the other bastard die for his. That's my inspiration.
as you feel a patriotic sense of duty, you all of a sudden feel inspired by these words as he turns to you. You have a d6 that you can use for an attack roll, a saving throw, or an ability check for the next 30 minutes.
Cool. Thanks.
All right, or 10
hit
minutes,
somebody hard.
whatever it is. All right, so that's the end of your turn. Next up is a barbarian. You just wake up with this gnome behind you, feeling arrows still stuck in your chest. You get up, or you're still laying on the ground. Like, oh, what are you doing?
I'm gonna attack my great axe. Oh,
Okay, you stand up.
and go into rage.
You stand up with half your movement, and you rush up to the next goblin, angry, furious, this blood seeping through your eyeballs, just angry, and you reach up and attack.
I have to pee.
You reach up and attack. Roll your attacks.
Okay. 16.
16 hits.
Okay, never mind. That would be like 24.
Oh, that definitely hits too.
20.
20 hits.
Okay.
Wait, how many attacks are you doing?
I went into rage, so just 2.
Is it 2 or 1?
It's just 1 for
it's just
barbarian.
1?
You only get 2 attacks once you're level, I think, 5.
Yeah, it's just 1 attack.
So just
your first
what my
one.
father told me in our studies.
Don't worry about it.
And then
Okay, your first attack?
1d12 and 4.
Yeah, it's 1d12 plus 4.
Okay. 15.
15 points of damage.
Suck it!
That goblin, you run up to it angry that you felt these arrows stuck in your chest. Did you add your rage damage to it too? Because you get plus 2 damage.
17.
17 points of damage. You literally double his hit points and damage as you just bring your axe, bring it up, slash, and you hit right in his chest, bringing him up, and then you slam him back down into the stone, splitting his body and just spattering him against the ground. You breathe heavily, just ready for your good kill, and look to the next ones. As that happens, they turn to you, a little bit afraid, and you see 2 of them start running back towards the end where there is a tunnel behind them. And as you see, there's one goblin there in front of you who decides to make 1 arrow shot. Quickly, not quite behind you, but just past the bear, he sees a small little gnome and decides to hit against him. As he raised the Goliath, that is a 11? 11 hits.
Yeah.
11 hits, yeah.
11 hits the bard.
Yeah. Just hits.
Sit your ass down.
11 hits the bard.
Just hits.
And you take 6 points of damage. As the arrow sinks just into the side of your shoulder, you can feel a little bit of pain, kind of the barbed edges of it, but you kind of shrug it off, feeling good. Alright, that ends the goblin's turn, and he's going to start running back too. The other 2 take their full dash action to run away. That ends their turn. Next up, we have the wizard. What are you doing, Alexander?
Shoot a firebolt at him.
You doing a firebolt?
Yeah.
Alright. Roll to attack.
That is a 23.
23, alright.
Yep.
That hits, definitely.
1d10 fire damage.
Yep, 1d10. Roll d10. What you get?
That is a 6.
6. As this goblin, you see him just shooting to your friend just off to the side. You look over and kind of just point directly at him, and a bright light appears in your palm, shooting straight towards the goblin. You hit right through the back of the head, and you see the light travel through the tunnel and continue past through as the beam shoots through his forehead, going further down into the tunnel, lighting it up. The goblin and falls to the ground.
Damn.
As yeah.
Alrighty then.
Nice shooting there, Bundy.
Next up, we have the druid, the bear. What's your movement?
40. I'm chucking after these.
Okay, are you doing a double dash? Because
Can I do that as a bear?
yeah, you can use your action to dash, which doubles your movement speed.
Oh, well, I'm going right up there.
All right, so you run up, you get right up next to them, but you'd use your action to do that, so you would be able to attack.
And I can't do anything as a bonus action because I
No,
don't
you're a
I
bear.
can't use spells. So.
Yeah. So you get right up behind them. All right, so you're up behind them. You see, as you're following in, you go running through, and it becomes a tunnel that narrows out about 10 feet wide. You continue running through. These goblins are kind of looking back and you keep running through. You get into a fairly large cave structure, where about 150 feet away there is the edge across a ravine with a large wooden bridge, rope bridge, running across. The goblins start running behind as you are catching up behind them, keeping in pace. You can keep up with pace with them and make an attack if you want to.
Hell yeah.
Okay?
I'm
It's
going
just
to claw
before
both
the bridge.
those little bastards.
Okay. So you're hitting one of them or both of them?
One claw attack for each.
Okay.
So that's a 10 on the first guy.
Misses.
That's a 9 on the second guy.
Both miss. As they keep running, they're a little bit too slippery to get past, and you kind of claw past. They start running. They're getting across the bridge while you stay on the edge. Are you going to follow them on the bridge, or?
As they're on the bridge, I go cut the ropes with my claw.
Okay.
Let them fall.
As you pause there, what were the rest of you doing? Within 2 rounds, you guys were running past there.
Yeah.
Were you guys following with them?
I'm trying. I would be trying to catch up in. Are they within 60 feet?
No, they're about 120, 150 feet. They
Would
run
there
through
be
a
a
tunnel.
chance of me to catch up to when they're within 60 feet of me? Probably not. Because if that's the case, I would have tried my vicious mockery on one of them.
The goblins would have run 60 feet away, so
Probably not.
probably not.
Okay,
Because
well-
they ran through a tunnel that kind of curved and dipped on the side.
Okay, then I would just try to.
So you just try and keep up with them. So by the time you guys are on halfway on the bridge, Because you would have had to walk up to the bridge unless you want to stay in the back and cut the ropes. Because the bridge is about 100 feet across.
I imagine I would have stopped basically to attack them.
You swiped at the bridge, and they started running on the bridge. So you stopped at the edge of the bridge.
How far away did you say they were?
They would be right now about 60 feet on the bridge as you guys enter the room, about 80 feet away from the bridge.
Okay.
Or no, yeah, about 80 feet. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot a magic missile out.
You're going to do a magic missile? Okay.
2 in the one, and 1 just hit the other guy.
Okay. So roll your damage. As you bring up, you look at them, you decide to snipe both of them.
That's 4 for the first hit,
Okay.
3 for the second hit,
Okay.
and 3 for the third.
Alright. You fire the bolts off and you can see them just flash off to the side and quickly arc in towards, homing right onto them. You hit them right in the back and they hit but they keep running through, keeping the damage. They both look fairly hurt, but they're still going. Within this time, what are you doing as a bear?
Why cutting the bridge while they're still on it?
Okay, roll a d20. Or make an attack.
18.
Okay, that hits, definitely.
And then...
And on for the other rope. So you cut the one rope.
Okay.
You can roll for damage if you want.
Sure. That's 2d6. 9.
Yeah,
plus
that definitely...
4 for...
With one claw swipe, easily you cut off the side of the rope. You can see it start to tilt to the side. Tension still keeping it sort of straight as you reach over and claw the second side.
That would be a 12.
Still hits as you claw onto the side. Roll your damage. Also, don't roll the dice onto the floor. That doesn't help.
Yeah, my...
8,
12.
Yeah, that also, same thing, cuts right through. As you see that, the rope gives way, and the bridge starts to swing forward, and you can see the goblins are trying to run up, climb on the side. You can see the bridge kind of plow off onto the ground, as it's not that deep of a ravine, and it plows on, kind of drags along, as the goblins try to catch onto the boards and start climbing up slowly on the edge as the bridge completely lays flat on the other side, about 100 feet across, or 80 feet across.
So
And they're slowly ladder climbing up to the top.
I was hoping they were going to fall.
Anything else you guys want to do for your turn?
How far across is that?
It's 80 feet of ravine.
Ah, okay, then there's nothing I can do.
Okay.
Firebolt.
Firebolt? What's the range?
120.
120? Okay. Which one are you hitting?
I'm gonna hit the...
Left or right?
Left.
Left side? Okay. Roll an attack. See if you hit him. As these goblins are slowly trying to climb their way floorboard up the floorboard.
21 total.
That hits.
Yeah,
That hits.
I would say so.
What is
It's
the...
1d10?
Yeah.
How much
2.
damage? 2 damage.
2 damage.
That's it?
Yep.
There's no
The
modifier for your...
firebolt hits onto the
spells?
side. No, it's because it's a spell. You
Yeah.
can do it whenever. There's no
It's a
modifier
cantrip.
to it. He fires the bolt. It hits onto the side. You can see his armor kind of slightly catching fire, but he still hangs onto the side. Actually, let's see what he does. No, he managed to hold on.
This thing can do some damage.
He managed to hold on as he is climbing up, and they both get to the top of the edge, start to hide behind the pillars where the rope was attached, and they just... Okay. The one side gets cleaved through as they both kind of attack him with their sword. As the rope hangs by one rope, the other one brings his sword across, cuts across the side of the rope as the bridge falls across. They look kind of laughing towards you as the one is like bleeding from the mouth, kind of half burned on fire, and they both hide behind the pillars as you guys are standing 80 feet away.
Okay. I know what I want to do then.
All right.
You're going to
Okay.
check Sparky
So
over.
what we're going to do is I'm going to break off a piece of rock. I'm going to huck it across and try to beam one of them.
Okay. You go find a pebble off to the side,
Yep.
and you line it up, and you get ready to throw. It's 80 feet, which is a pretty far distance, and they're hiding behind stuff, so you got to roll with disadvantage.
Okay. What would I add there?
That'd be dexterity.
Dexterity? 12.
12. You huck it across, and it just hits the side of the ravine just below them. Doesn't quite do much damage, as it doesn't hit them. Anybody else want to do something? They're not... You can't see them. They're hiding behind pillars at the moment.
Oh, if they're hiding, then I can't really have anything to hit them.
I was going to say have him toss one of us across, but
I'm
he
kind
can't
of-
even throw a rock.
I'm kind of a bear.
Oh, that's right. It'd be me then.
Yeah.
I mean, he threw a rock and it didn't even go across. So.
How far can I jump?
Oi, Spill.
What's your strength?
19.
You could probably get about 10, 15 foot jump.
What if you tie... that would probably hurt me quite a bit.
Not one that I have, though.
Oh!
It is, as you look around the room, one of you guys will look around. It looks like a very simple cavern with about 30 feet tall in the center of a ravine, or of a cave, reaching out about 120 feet from entrance to entrance. There's an entrance on the other side of the room where you can see goblins kind of skitter through. In the middle, there was just one single rope bridge with 2 pillars on each side where the ropes were attached. The bridge has now fallen into the ravine, and across there is just it's just basically a cliff down to a ravine. Anybody have dark vision near the edge?
Yeah, I do.
But I'm in bear shape, so...
Okay.
I
So
do, yeah.
you guys both look down. It is only about 15 feet down, and it looks like there's a bunch of bones and sludge, and it looks like this was their dumping pit for throwing refuse or excrement down, or leftover bones.
Through the shit.
How tall are you?
About 7 foot something.
Yeah, 7 something.
So it'd be an 8-foot drop for you.
Your hand, how far can you go with that?
For what?
With your hand of
Magic hand?
mage, yeah.
Within 30 feet. But I can only lift stuff like 10 pounds, though.
How high is the ceiling?
It's about 30 feet in the middle. It kind of domes slightly.
What are you thinking? Knock some stuff off the roof?
If we could tie, if you could take your mage's hand,
Yeah.
take one of our ropes, tie it to the top, and secure it, and then we could swing across the other side.
I don't think that would work if it's an 80-foot gap and there's only a 30-foot ceiling. You wouldn't have nearly enough rope.
I mean, you could try it.
Well, how much rope's in our Explorer pack? 160 feet?
I think it's 100 foot each.
Yeah, it's a 100-foot rope.
So if we tie them together, that's 200 feet.
Actually, I shouldn't be saying anything. I'm a bear. Yeah.
Kind of licking up some crap on the side there, just, enjoying it.
It's scratching my back again.
Oh, yeah, okay. Scratching your back against the pillar.
Is there any other entrance of like anything that looks like it could be like a hidden entrance to possibly go around?
You're searching around on the top there?
Wait, how far across was the cavern?
It's 80 feet.
No,
of
like
that ravine.
the ravine is 80 feet?
The ravine is 80 feet.
Oh.
You got about 20 feet on each side of solid land.
So is there any like can I look around for like entrances or like possibly stairs or something to lead either down or around?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Because we know how perceptive I am. 17.
17?
Yeah.
You look around and you can't find anything that would lead around. It seems like the bridge was the only way through. Nothing that's on the surface level where you guys are seems to be any way across, other than what the bridge was.
Since you're really big, if you drop down into the shit, we could all basically stand on top of you. You walk your way through. I'll stand on your shoulders. These 2 short people, well, after he changes out of a bear, can climb up. Then they're on top.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
I'll jump up, climb up, then tie a rope off and you can climb up.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay, let's do that then.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm still going to be in bear shape for at least another 45 minutes to half an hour.
You can
Can
choose when
change
to not
out
to do
of.
it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I thought it was like mandatory.
No, at will you can choose when you want to come out. It's just a bonus action.
Yeah, because being a bear, he couldn't lift me.
No, that's why I
Bears
said
and
after you
a
change
brown bear
into
is
a bear.
big.
Out of a bear.
He's pretty strong.
Well, I guess you can chat. You can try.
So you guys are going to let him down and then slowly come down? Okay.
Yeah. And then if he doesn't want to be covered in shit, you can use his clean thing.
I
And
can claim you.
yeah.
Okay.
I have the ability.
Make
That's
sure you
what's
get
up.
all the crevices, boys.
Hey, you drop onto me.
Okay. So as you go off to the edge there, are you just jumping down, or are you trying to rappel, or what are you doing?
I'm just gonna grab onto the ledge with my arms,
Okay.
and then I'm actually just gonna lower myself down so it's not such a hard impact.
Yeah, it's only about 4 feet down. Just make a athletics check.
Okay.
Natural.
20.
20?
Yeah.
You just slowly let yourself down, pull yourself up once more just because you can do it, and then slowly let yourself down again, and then just drop. You land, and it's actually a fairly soft impact because everything is mostly mud and wet and kind of nasty smelling.
Poo.
Oh shit.
As you stand there, you sink down just about like half right up where your ankle bone is, that little your Achilles tendon basically, You sink in there, but it seems pretty soft.
6 inches of crap.
About 2 or 3 inches worth of soft mud.
Oh,
Listen. You stand there ready and you look up and
Figured.
it seems okay. Who's going next?
I'll lower myself down and kind of piggyback off of him.
Okay. Just make a simple athletics check.
Yep.
As you reach up, it's maybe like...
Motherfucker.
What'd you roll?
Natural goddamn 1.
So as you kind of go up to the side, you kind of slip on your robe a little bit, try and grab on, but you fall, landing prone in the crap, falling just past him. You'll take
Yippee.
6 points of damage as you... Actually, no, that wouldn't be 6. That would be 3, because it was softer ground. Mm-hmm. You land, on your ground, and just kind of, store back.
Come on down, guys.
And then you, as you're holding him, as you're reaching up for somebody to pull, I just need you to make a perception check real fast.
Okay.
Oh, the goblin's coming down through.
It's gonna be like the Star Wars trash pit.
Yeah.
What'd you roll? Perception.
14
14?
total.
The walls start closing. No, I'm just joking.
I'm taking this couch.
You kind of just survey your surroundings a little bit, and it just looks like this is just a refuse pile. Like there is so much shit and mud and garbage.
Okay.
You can kind of hear a bit of running water off in the one corner. And as you kind of pay attention, you look back up. And as that happens, you hear all of a sudden, and you kind of turn around slightly as you get attacked. This large amphibian toad-like creature, the same height as you, slightly bigger,
Jeez.
reaches out and bites under your shoulder.
Maybe this wasn't
With
such a good
a
idea.
20 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
It hits, and you take 7 points of piercing damage and 3 points of poison damage.
I'm knocked out in the poo.
As you are grappled as this toad and holds on to you. You, as you're laying on the ground, you start to feel skittering through the mud, and you look around you and you see there are rats piling up, swarming towards you. These massive mounds of rats, just a pile of them, kind of skittering towards you through the mud. They get very close to you as you're about to react. I need the rest of you all to roll initiative again.
Damn.
Ooh.
Sorry, boys. I messed up.
It was nice knowing you, you little
I
gnomes.
rolled way too good on everything. Okay, so as you see your Goliath get taken, bitten, and grappled by these very massive, nasty-looking toad, and these rat swarms start to pile around you. 2 of them close to you. Everybody, what's your initiative scores? So
18.
okay, yeah. So 25 to 20, 20 to 15,
18.
18 for a wizard.
What did you say?
What do I add again?
Your
Your
dex-
roll plus your initiative.
your initiative.
Oh, yeah, that would be plus 19.
Hence
So you're
initiative.
19. Okay,
I got
15,
12.
15 to 10, 12,
11.
11, okay. And our bard.
4.
Very nice.
Yeah, good solid roll on
Now
that
here's a
one.
question for the
Oh, for
DM.
the dirty whore.
Yes.
Does it cost an action or bonus action to go out of beast shape?
A bonus action for you.
It's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Currently, you are a bear, just finished scratching your back as you look and see this toad that snuck up onto your Goliath friend, bit onto the side, and grabbed him, about to swallow. At the top of the turn, it is the toad's turn, because I rolled a natural 20 on it. You get swallowed as the toad kind of grabs on and bites onto you, and you are inside the toad's stomach.
That's horrifying that our Goliath just got swallowed.
You take
Well,
one
fuck.
death saving throw because you are knocked unconscious. You take one death saving throw as you are being slowly digested inside the toad.
Oh god.
Next up is
Cut him out. We can't get him.
next up is our swarm of rats.
Oh, good. Thanks.
They both of them look at this small little wizard.
They get.
Huh?
What did the rats get?
19. I rolled a 20 to 19 for initiatives.
Okay.
The swarm of rats sees this prone half-elf in robes, kind of skitters up towards them, and goes for a bite against you. And because you are prone, it does have advantage. 17.
Oh, definitely hits.
11.
11 hits as well, yeah.
Okay, so you take a total of 4 damage. as these rats kind of swarm onto you and start biting, chicking onto you. Next up, we have our wizard. What are you doing as you just get a couple of bites as these rats kind of swarm onto you?
Okay. I do that. I save myself. I do that. I'm gonna do a chromatic orb.
Chromatic orb, alright.
Yep. At the toad.
At the toad, okay. I believe you have to roll to hit for that one.
Pretty sure, yep. 17.
17. That hits.
Okay, good.
That is 3d8 points of damage, and what type of damage would you like that to be?
And I'm adding the +6 I got from that guy as well.
No, you don't have to do that. That's to attack. You already hit, you don't have to do that.
Oh, I thought you could
can't
add it
no,
for
no.
damage. Okay, never mind then.
No. That's just for 2 hit. Alright, so you start to focus and kind of say a few words and focus and bring your hands up. And this orb of energy, what are you doing? Fire, thunder, what are you doing? Electric?
I'm doing a lightning arc.
A lightning? Okay, you
like
form
that
this
lightning ball, yeah.
You should form this orb of just
Solid.
lightning just
Shock
shattering
wave,
together,
yeah.
and you release it. It hits the toad for doing...
First was 5, second was 7, third is 8.
Ooh, man, that's a good roll. 5, 12, 20 points of damage. Mm-hmm. Holy crap. Wow.
Was that on the rat or was that?
That was on the toad.
That was on the toad.
He's going to make a Constitution saving throw, and... So I rolled a 4 plus 1 is 5, and you did 20 points of damage. That's not enough. As you see this orb of electricity, the whole ravine brightens up from this arcing, seismic, just crushing orb. It flies straight into the face of this massive toad, almost burns a hole off the side of its cheek. And as it does that, and you see your friend tumble out into the mud, unconscious, with... Looks like he's getting close to the edge, but he is out of the toad. That was very nice. And as you finish that, rats start to swarm up on your legs again. Next up, the druid.
That's what I figured I could
You
save
still
him.
have my
You just
bardic
look
inspiration.
down, bear.
I do, yeah.
You look down and you see...
Well, the brown bear has a 30-foot
I
climb
thought I could use it
speed,
to
Yes, he
advantage,
does.
and I would
so I'm
add
going to
it
use
to
half
that.
of my movement
but
to
then
climb
also-
down,
Yep.
and
That's what I said. I'd either
I am
save
going
myself
to-
or him.
go after this frog.
Alright, so you go off to the side, get ready to prepare. You slowly make yourself down and rush up to the toad.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
Two claw attacks against
2
Senior
claw
Ed
attacks
Toad.
against the toad.
Mr. Froggy.
First one is a 14.
It hits.
Nice roll.
Thank you, by the
Oh,
way.
that right on the edge there is beautiful.
And the second one is 21.
That definitely hits, yes. So this bear kind of runs up.
First
taking his
attack is
claws
7
and bites.
damage.
Okay.
Second attack is 12 damage.
12. Woo!
19.
Nice.
19
Well, you
total.
said 12 damage?
19 total. 7 and 12.
Alright, so as you climb down, rush up, looking at your friend, angry that he's got spilt up half skin burning away, this rage, this primal, bestial rage comes over you. As you bring your one claw against you, gash right in the bottom of his throat, where that, the bulge of skin puffs up for a rivet. You claw that away as it gushes out through blood. You then climb on top of it and bite right into the eye, grabbing it, pulling it off. The toad is barely breathing, but
And for my bonus action, I roar as loud as I can right in the frog's face. Oh, yeah,
right into its
full of
face.
roar.
You can see there is all of a sudden the pupils go wide. The one pupil that's left goes wide, staring right at you. You can see it, and kind of starts trying to flee. That ends your turn. The barbarian, I need you to make a death saving throw.
D20?
Yep. Don't roll 1. 13. You're okay. Alright, so you success 1 saving throw. Alright, next up, our bard. What are you doing? You're currently on the top of the ravine looking down. As you can see, your friend just got vomited up, while this bear viciously attacks this massive toad. Rats are swarming your wizard friend. What are you doing?
How many saves? Or how
He
many?
failed 1, he succeeded 1.
So he's got
If he rolls a 1, he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw some healing words at that guy.
Okay, so you look down off the ravine. Crap!
Oh, it's me.
That's you. What are you saying?
Don't give up on me yet, lad. You can do it.
Alright, as you say that, you all of a sudden kind of come out of your unconscious state, battered and slightly acidized. That's not a word, but we'll go with it. As you kind of feel
We're going.
slightly inspired by it, you heal.
Oh.
2.
2 plus...
3.
Yeah, it should be 2 plus 3, so 5
5.
total?
2 plus 5, 7.
7 points you heal. As you all of a sudden take a breath in, feeling like that was close to the end there.
After I treated that wee lad like shit, he still heals me.
A new bond of friendship might be sprouting.
Should have just let you die.
Never mind. So, back to the top of the round. The toad now
That no
goes
It's gonna try and hurt the grizzly bear.
Except, don't die anymore.
angry
That's
and
it for me.
almost passing out from this amount of damage. Very close to the end, you can see it's bleeding. It's one eye missing, half of its throat missing. It decides to make one more attack against the bear in front of it. I rolled a 3, so plus 4 is 7. Doesn't hit.
Yeah, no.
So annoyed. This massive toad rings back and tries to bite onto this bear in front of it, but just can't quite miss as its jaw is missing from the claw strikes, and it kind of looks back and sits off to the side, not looking great at all. But the rats decide to attack our wizard again as they are up next. Bringing up close to it, they attack with 10 to hit,
Nope.
4 to hit.
Nope.
Man, you guys would be dead like 10 times over if I could roll a dice properly.
yeah.
But I cannot. So the rats
Minor
kind of score up
details.
to you.
Minor details.
Nah.
You step off to the side trying to brush them away, and you keep them at bay for what it is.
Good.
Alright, so next up is our wizard in fact. What are you doing?
Can I, like, swipe with a quarterstaff and, like,
Yeah,
try to
sure
knock
can.
out a bunch?
Yeah, you can definitely hit one.
Okay.
You can hit the one on your left or your right.
Can I, like, hit a row of them?
No.
Okay.
You're a fairly weak wizard,
Yeah, that's
so trying to do that, not so much.
That's true, that's true.
Okay, so you can roll to attack. It's you roll a d20, add your strength and proficiency. So I think you have a what's your strength?
-2.
-2. Okay, so just roll a d20.
7.
7. You try to swing your quarterstaff at them, but you feel one bite right on the back of your ass, and you just kind of twinge off as the quarterstaff nicks off. It flicks a rat and just kind of goes skidding off to the side, but the swarm is still there. That's your turn. Unless you got a bonus action.
Can I move, like, farther away from the rats?
You can. You'll get an attack opportunity
okay,
for both of them,
Then,
but
no, just...
just stay with them as they're kind of pulling on your side.
Because I don't think I can do
it's-
another attack as bonus
Next
action.
up,
So,
yeah, no, you don't. So next up is our druid, the bear, half
Still
on
the
side of
bear.
this toad. Yeah.
So, this toad just tried to attack me and didn't do much, but I see that my elven friend, half elf over here, is getting pretty bit up by these little rats. So, I run over to them, and I'm like right on the edge of the swarm. And then,
If you run away, the toad will get attacked.
how close am I to the toad?
You are right up next to the toad. The rats are about 10 feet away.
It's fine. I'll still try and run away. They can get his
Okay.
attack of opportunity.
So you run up towards your friend, rush up to the swarm. And as you do, the toad takes one more last bite. That hits, I believe. 14 plus...
I have an 11 armor class on my bear.
Okay, yeah, so it's 18 to hit. It's not that great for you. As that happens, the bite, the toad, as you run, scoops up beside you, grabs onto you, doing 5 points of piercing, plus 5 points of poison, so 10 points of damage. As it bites on you, you can feel it, and you become grappled.
Well, that backfired.
As you grab onto it, it grabs you and holds you back from saving your friend, feeling the poison surge through you. You still have your attacks, if you want to.
And a bonus action.
Yes, technically. But you are currently stuck in your position, unable to reach towards
Am I
the
close
swarm
enough
of
to
rats.
bite the thing?
Oh yeah, no, he's
Okay,
biting you, trying to grab you.
Two bites to this bugger, because
Alright.
I'm tired of this goddamn frog.
Roll your first attack.
That'd be an 11.
Just hits.
Okay, well then he's done. I'll roll damage for this guy.
Yeah, roll your damage.
9 total.
9. As it bites you, you let it kind of pull you back, and as it engulfs you, almost ready to swallow, you bring your claws out, scratch out the inside of its throat, dig in, and manage to bite on the inside, the top of its palate. and rip down, pouring blood and gore to pull through.
Oh, yikes.
And you manage to rip yourself through the body, coming through ahead. This bloody bear just roaring through. Hello, and then just tears right through, running through. You can probably move to get back to your swarm now.
Since I do have this multi-attack, would I be able to do one more attack?
Yes, you would.
Okay. Well, then same thing. I run
So
up
then
to
you
it.
run up as this bloody bear covered in guts from this toad.
As my bonus
runs
action, I'm going to do the same thing. Just roar right out to these little rats again. Because
Okay.
I really like being a bear.
Make an intimidation check.
Intimidation check.
Yeah.
Oh, I have good on that one. That would be a 19.
I rolled a 17. So, as
Yes.
you stand beside there, grizzled in this blood and viscera from this toad, you stand there firm, feet back to the ground, and roar at this one rat swarm beside him. All the rats, it's weird because they're all squirming together in this weird, snaky, hairy, weird clump of rats. They all of a sudden all stop and stare right at you. About half of them scatter off to the side, skittering away as some of them just kind of start reforming together. Definitely did something.
And then for my last, because I used
have
multi-attack,
one more attack,
I'm
yeah.
attacking with the claw on the one.
All right, roll an attack.
10 total.
That hits.
And 2d6 for the claw.
Yep,
That is a 14
that
damage.
definitely hits. So as you just finished out roaring towards these rats, you bring one paw down and flatten half of them. As the rest of the rats kind of try and squirm out, you bring your paw back and it's just bloody. You feel that crunch of the rats as you shove them down in the mud. You lick off the rest of the viscera as the rats skitter away, one swarm destroyed. Next up, our barbarian. You are back up, laying prone, alive, but angry, as you were just swallowed, almost killed by this massive toad.
Well, I'm gonna rage.
Okay, you're gonna rage again?
Yeah.
I thought he raged out. I thought he raged at the beginning of this.
Yeah. No, he raged before. His rage would have dropped by the time he got to here.
Oh, okay.
So you have to rage again. Yep.
Oh, that was terrible. 4 and 6, 10.
That hits. You rush up to the one swarm beside your friends, and you bring your axe down. Roll your damage.
Okay. 12. 6. Nope. 9 plus 4 is 13. Plus 2 is 15.
15? Wow. Alright, so you bring your axe down, you kind of wing off to the side, and you hit them, and you see a few rats fling off to the side as you clear path.
Alright.
They seem, was it 15 good?
Yeah, 15.
Alright. You can feel like you did a fair bit as about 7 or 8 rats go flying off to the side. So that ends your turn. So next up is our bard. What are you doing?
Guess I'm still stuck up top, eh?
Yep.
What's actually left?
There is one swarm currently harrying the half-elf.
Can I mock them?
You can certainly try.
Because I don't think they need to technically understand me, do they?
Nope. I think so, actually. Does not say they have to understand.
Well, it says, thought it need not understand you.
Whatever that means.
Okay, I will look it up on my thing. Oh, there it is.
I'm thinking that means though it need not understand you. If the
What's
target can hear
the
you.
thing again? Vicious mockery?
Vicious mockery. If the target can hear you, in brackets, thought it need not understand you.
Vicious mockery. You unleash a string of insults at a creature you can see within range. If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you. So yes, it does work against rats.
Sweet!
That's awesome.
Because they don't have to understand you.
Cool.
Just gotta be scared.
So as you come off the edge, you look, you see this toad just get torn apart by this massive bear. Angrily roar at these other rats as they swarm apart. He smashes the rest. Your friend that you just healed smashes through, cleaves through these rats. You look at them and say,
Oh, you bloody vermin! You're a useless waste of space!
and as you see that, you see, roll your d4, or whatever it is. It's just a d4, I think.
No, I know, but it needs to succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay, yeah. What's your DC?
The spell save is 13.
Oh, it managed to save. I rolled a 20 and then
Oh
a
wait,
19.
it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4. Okay.
Yeah, so as you look at it, here's that. You can see a few rats look up to you, and one kind of scampers off to the side, but the rest of them all still are swarming around.
The one that had low self-esteem.
The one that's slightly pudgy of this rat, you gotta look, and then runs away. That's your turn.
I tried.
Next up is the swarm of rats.
Wouldn't the rats and I go at the same time because we got the same initiative? Or
No, they rolled a 19.
I have a 19 as well.
What's your dexterity?
The DM decides who goes first. That's just how it works.
That's true. Dexterity is +1.
+1. So, okay, you would go first then.
Good to know now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have told me that before when I actually was paying attention, but no. Anyway, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna drop a firebolt right on top of them.
Firebolt?
Yeah,
Okay, it's a ranged spell, yeah?
Yeah.
So you have to attack with disadvantage, unfortunately.
Oh.
Because they're right up on top of you, they're trying to pull your hand away as you're trying to do things. So you kind of make the symbols with your arms, and you go to attack. Roll your d20. And what'd you get?
17.
17
Plus
hits.
6.
Oh, did you roll twice?
No.
Roll twice, take the lower of the two.
18.
Alright, so you definitely hit. Roll your damage.
Yep. 10.
10 points of damage. Whew.
Decent.
Wow. All right. So as you kind of focus through, as a rat's kind of biting at you, you steal your expression. You ready? Look at them, and you pulse, and you can see the flame starts to billow up in your palm, and you just release. As the bolt shoots right through, you see about 4 or 5 rats in flames fly off to the corners, lighting up the ravine, and you can see the rats look terrified. Half of them skitter off to the side from the light, and they start. A few of them you can see burning in the pile. They're still standing, but there's lesser in their numbers. You can definitely tell.
Alright,
That's your
alright.
turn.
Yep.
At the end of that, the rats are going to attack you. After this happened,
Yep.
and that's a 16 plus 2, 18.
That definitely hits.
And you take 6 points of damage as these last few rats manage to find the soft spots in your armor, doing them in. I roll good on the damage dice,
Yep.
not so good on the d20s.
Yep, that is true.
But you do notice because there's so few of them left, the attacks are less vicious,
Alright.
theoretically dealing less damage.
That makes sense.
That ends your turn. Next up is the bear.
How many of these rats are left?
There is probably about 10 or 15 rats in the swarm piling around. One of them left.
One of them sad and crawled away.
Yeah, well, one of them still slowly limping back, playing like that sad sound as they walk into the sunset.
Smallest fault.
He's got the little like bag
Yeah.
or
Will
stick.
you remember me?
I'm gonna try and kill.
And as that
whichever
happens,
ones are left.
the Goliath just steps on.
Oh,
Will
sorry.
you remember? Twitch on that side. Anyway, the bear, what are you doing?
Words hurt.
Try and kill as many of the rest of them as you can.
All right, so make your attacks. 2 attacks.
A 12
Hits.
and another 12.
Hits. So
And
first
they're
your claws.
so the D's.
So you're doing claws or bites?
Both claws.
Both claws, alright. So you swipe through the rat swarm,
Ooh,
bringing
look
them
at that.
through. That's a lot of damage.
That is a 15
15? Okay.
on the first
You
one.
bring your first claw in through, batting a bunch of them through. The second one, you see only about 4 or 5
and
rats
then
coming
there's an
through.
11 for damage.
And you smash right through, squishing the rest as the rats disperse from the swarm, effectively being killed off. And as you guys take a moment to breathe, this toad kind of starts bubbling, gurgling off to the side. These rats skimming off to the side. Most of you are in the cavern at the moment, in the ravine. Just a quick break here to thank Syrinscape for our background music and effects. It's this great little free app that helps to add more tension and atmosphere into your game. It's a pretty awesome tool to use if you're a GM or a player, so I'd suggest checking it out at Syrinscape.com. It has everything that you need to add more music effects and creepiness or epicness, whatever you want. It's a great tool for it. I also like to remind you guys that if you want to get a hold of us in any way, the best way is through Defying Dice, our website, on Twitter, or on Facebook. You can just search around, send us a message, send us a tweet, whatever you guys feel like doing. We'd love to hear from you. We appreciate it. If you really want to help us out, leaving a review on iTunes, on Google Play, on Stitcher, anything like that would really help us. We'd love to get the feedback and to get more visibility from getting reviews. So please, if you can do that, we appreciate it. But we know you guys are busy. You're listening to us just for enjoyment, whatever enjoyment you get out of it. And we appreciate that. So just enjoy listening, and we'll go from there. But anyway, we'll get back to the rest of the episode. Thanks. Enjoy. But the rest of you, as this bear is feverishly eating away at it, these last few rats, your Goliath is looking pretty rough.
I'm still standing up top.
The bard is just on the top, looking down,
Playing
seeing
music.
all those funny things. What are you guys doing?
Are you standing right now?
Just barely. He's not looking the greatest.
Can you come to the edge and like hold your hands up so I can just kind of jump into your hands kind of thing, and you can just put me on your shoulder or something?
Yeah.
Do I need to roll anything for that?
Oh, yeah, just make one of the athletics check.
14.
14.
Yeah.
You manage to just kind of climb off to the side, easily just drop off into the side of his hands, and he sets you down in the mud. You
No,
don't
I
sink.
went on his shoulder.
Oh, you went on his shoulder? Okay, you just sit down on his shoulder. You can see on him there is pock marks, like acid burns into his skin, and he's kind of... There's not too much, like he's proud, he's keeping himself together, but there is that... I'm a little bit in pain.
Do I have a healing kit?
No you don't. You never went and bought one. But
I
he's
thought we
looking
all
the
had one
greatest.
health potion.
Yeah, you all do have one.
That's what I meant, not a healing kit.
Oh, yeah.
Healing.
Oh, I'll just use a health potion then.
Yeah, you sure can.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Yep.
2, and then plus 2, you said?
Yes.
So that's 4.
4 total,
health,
so
yeah.
you heal at 4.
Okay, I'm gonna use my healing potion on.
So you get another healing potion as your gnome friend stands on your shoulder. He looks at you, kind of feeling, "Gotcha, buddy. Don't worry about it."
7.
And you heal 7 hit points as he kind of pours this potion into your mouth.
7, 4. Oh,
Don't say I didn't do anything for you.
thank you.
18.
While doing this, I'm going to do the same thing.
Okay, you're also taking your potion.
Yep, I'm drinking myself.
Because I'm not in fights
Because
very much. I
I'm
don't
really
need
low.
to heal.
Yeah, no problem.
Plus, I have the ability to heal myself.
I'm going to buy some when I go to town next.
Plus, I don't know what else we're coming into.
2d4 plus 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I got 5 points back.
Well, my bear's doing not too bad, but my druid is like shot.
All right. So you guys are kind of sitting in this area. Anybody want to take a look around, or? Okay. Make a perception check.
Oh, joy. 9.
9. This is a really big shithole. You can tell there's like streaks of shit off the corner. Like some of the goblins kind of went off the edge and just crapped down in the
Just
corner.
got close.
You do find that.
I was just going to say my bear can climb, so I'm climbing the cliff on the other side.
Okay, so you start to go off to the other side there and climb up. You look around. There are a few bodies. Some goblins, some humans, some look like what would have been thin-built farmers type thing. You get the idea. This is their dump pit, and the toad was just eating off of them.
Icky.
Very nasty. You do notice that on the one side off to your left is stone walled all the way around. On the right side there is a slight sound of water trickling through.
It's urine.
If you climb up, like, do we want to check that out, or do we want him to climb up and then...
Well, one of you could probably climb on my back and hold on to me while I climb up the cliff onto the other side.
throw some rope up, I can tie the rope off, and then you guys can climb up.
Well, there's big pillars that the bridge was attached to before.
I know.
You could probably grab the rope from the bridge and just go up that.
The bridge was cut off on that side, so the bridge is still laying in the ground.
They cut it off, right?
Yeah, it was cut from both sides. You cut one end, they cut the other
Unless we
side.
tie our ropes up to the...
Well, that'd be easy enough.
Yeah.
Somebody just climb on my back with the
Well-
other end of the rope.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll jump on your back then.
I'm going to use, while they're doing this, my mage hand
yeah.
and start tying it around the...
Okay, so
The
you
top.
reach up and you get a little rope tied around there.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to make a perception check?
Yep. I'm going to do that.
I'm
Okay.
climbing. I'm
You
easy.
start climbing?
Can I do a perception check while I'm on his back climbing up?
Sure.
Probably. You're not doing any work.
7 total.
7 total?
Are you kidding me? If I got stuck here and stopped.
Well, then that's cocked.
Oh. That's not much better.
What'd you roll?
A 5.
5? Man,
So another 7.
there's no one in this room. There's no one ahead of you. There's nothing around you. You know exactly where you are.
Well,
Last one's here.
once I get onto the top of the cliff, I'll do a perception check then.
Okay.
I'm at the bottom. I'll do one right now.
Okay.
Oh. 4.
That's a natural 20. I see that.
Plus
You got a 4.
5.
As the bear is kind of climbing up, because you do have advantage on this because you are a bear smelling. You can smell
Right.
Would you roll?
the scent of
Natural
goblin.
20.
You
Can't get
can
anything better.
taste that last remaining feeling of the goblin that you bit his head off. You can taste that. And you can smell that same nasty, rotting just disgusting flesh of these goblins, and you can smell a bunch of them further down the pathway ahead of you. But you also notice from that your sound catches up, and you kind of look off to the side. In the ravine where that sound of trickling water is a sudden G chord of piano. As your bard is playing some random instrument he has in the corner.
I'm on your back.
But you look, and where that water is rushing is wooden slats, very lazily pushed up against this small, about 4 or 5 foot in diameter hole that leads a little bit further in the one corner. But you can see there's wood caught up there. It looks like a small little passageway. As you just climb up, and you can hear there's a whole bunch of voices down this tunnel. There's a bunch of goblins are speaking and fighting each other. As you climb up to the edge. As a Goliath, you notice.
I know all this.
You step on a bit of poop.
You know this.
Smells like poop.
I'm in bear shape unless I transform out.
So transform out of bear shape.
At least one of my base shapes.
Okay, I'm climbing up the rope.
Okay,
Yeah, but
no
there could be
problem.
something
You just
big
kind
on
of
it.
one hand, two hand, and pull yourself up.
While he did that, I was holding onto his back because I don't feel like climbing.
Okay. Well, now I need to make a strength check because the wizard was holding him.
Damn wizard.
Such a wizard.
It's athletics.
So +6.
25.
25. Yeah, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Is there weight on my back? As you turn around, there is a wizard holding on.
Mom,
You didn't even
turn
notice.
around there. He is just doing pull-ups.
Yeah, he's just like,
What's up,
oh yeah,
buddy?
extra weight for the pull up. All right, so you guys are all now back on the top of the ravine.
Are you gonna share your information, or you just?
Well, I proceed to, but you guys can't understand because I'm in beast
You
shape.
hear this
still.
bear kind of. You have no idea what he's doing.
Lift up my claw in the one direction and blood's dripping off of it, pointed in the general direction that you hear the water.
You want us going back in there? Why?
Is this guy like screwed if he changes into bear shape? Can he not change back to talk to us?
I can, but then that'd be a waste of a beast shape. I can still use this beast shape for another half an hour. That's an extra 24 health that I didn't have before.
Yes.
Alright, fair enough.
Like, I do have 2, so if push comes to shove, but I only have 3 hit points as a druid right now, so it's kind of good to stay in this beast shape for as long as I can.
How long is a short rest?
Half an hour to an hour.
I don't know. He's pointing at something. Clearly, he's picked up something.
Can I see what he's pointing at?
Just make an insight check.
Natural.
Natural 20!
It's a good thing you did roll that.
All of a sudden, you speak bear.
You don't speak bear, but you start to understand what he's pointing at, and his body language is. He notices something that way, and he notices danger this way. You get that sense from him, and you kind of clear your head, and you look over, and you do see that there is wooden slats there with a passageway where you could fit in the ravine. And you kind of start to listen a little bit, and you do hear many, many voices in the other room.
Alright, guys. Kind of picking up what he's putting down. There is a way over here. We'll try it out. Because it sounds like there's a hell of a lot of people over that way.
Alright, I'm in. Except you're my elevator, so you gotta go down first.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go down.
So you guys, after climbing back up, head back down to the mud.
All that work for nothing.
You go over, and you do find there is rotten...
I remember to grab my rope with my mage hand after we climb down.
You just undo
And
it?
then put it back
All right.
in
makes
my
sense.
bag of holding, yeah.
So you go up to these wooden slats there, and they are half rotten, barely nailed in, kind of not the greatest craftsmanship. You can easily tear them down if you want to, but you do see it's almost like a steady stream of dirty-ish water just pouring through the bottom into this area. So anybody taking the boards down, or
I'm gonna try.
okay? So make a strength check for athletics.
Come on, natural 20.
Damn it. Athletics, you said?
Yes,
Yeah, that's an 8.
an 8. You guys look up as your tiny little bard pulls up, tries to pull, but his feet slip out from underneath him, and he just kind of falls back in the mud and refuse.
Alright, I'll rip him down.
All right, roll a strength check.
As you hear this brown bear start laughing at Sparky.
22.
22.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
You know in Toy Story where there's like that awesome karate chop action from Buzz Lightyear, that type of thing? You just walk up and go, ha-cha! And you cut them right in between, straight right through, and feel very proud of yourself.
I am.
I head in.
Okay, you walk in. It is water-eroded rock as you continue through, and it shortens down to about 2 or 3 feet. It's going to be very, very tough for your Goliath, but he can just make it through. A brown bear probably wouldn't fit through.
No. But
It'd be pretty close.
I'm still up on the
we
other
move
side with the
bigger?
cave opening. I didn't go back down.
You could try. The rock seems
Back on 2 friends.
like it was solid stone carved out by water over time. But your bard continues through, and
I'll follow the bard.
you follow the bard. On your hands and knees, you kind of carefully crawl through, and it is disgusting.
Yeah.
There is definitely murky water, and you do find the occasional piles of
Definitely gonna clean.
yeah,
this
shit through
and
the
There's some
area.
float. Oh, there's a rat riding on a piece of poop.
You do see a few dead rat carcasses. You continue through, and you
This
do
pretty
notice
much needs to be thrown out this rather than try to clean this stuff afterwards.
the tunnel slowly starts curving upwards, grading up slowly about another 10, 15 feet. It takes about 5 minutes for you guys to crawl through, and you start to see a small light towards the end. As you continue through, you're just standing, normally walking through, the roof's fine. The half-elf is definitely crunched up, crawling hand over hand, knees going through. You get to the very top, and you notice that there is a grate in front of this. Looks like a small iron grate at the top. It swoops up and goes vertical with this grate there. And you get just underneath the grate.
Do I see lights or anything underneath?
You see the faint glow of a light as there seems to be some sort of candle or torchlight in this room where this grate is, but you just see stone covering around and nothing really else.
Do I hear anything?
Make a perception check.
Oh, because we know how well these have been going.
It's a bathroom.
Okay, that's not terrible. That's 16.
16. You hear soft breathing, just rhythmic, like someone's asleep, light snoring. You do hear off onto your left, there is a small bit of yelping and looks like goblin voices. As it seems like there's movement and activity towards your left, with this soft snoring on the right.
How small are these grades?
The grate is about 2 to 3 inches worth of iron, rusty iron.
So I won't fit through.
No, you wouldn't fit through. You could try and lift it up.
I try to lift it.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Because we also know how well those have been going. 12.
12. You can feel the rust kind of shudder and shake, and your hand kind of slips a little bit. You push up, and just barely enough. You can see it lift a little bit, but it doesn't quite get
Let
it.
a real man get in there. I'll do it.
I don't think
Won't fit.
Okay.
we'll
You
have
don't
to,
know what's
So
going
you
on.
don't know
right
what's
now.
happening. You just saw them climb into this hole, and 5 minutes
We'll have
passed.
to back out.
Can I try for a second wind?
Second try at it?
Yeah.
Sure.
See if I get a second gust of wind here and do it.
You can feel it did loosen up a little bit when you did do it.
9.
9. Even that loosening, still
Can I,
can't
like,
quite get it. And it seems like you've almost...
push around him because
Yeah, can he help?
You
Like,
both
help me?
wanna help?
I push in the middle and he goes on the sides.
Okay, so as you do that, you straddle this gnome with his ass is a little bit filled with the shit that you've been climbing in.
Oh,
So your face is kind of right up against it, and you kind of both
say
push.
sword, are you just happy to see me?
Both of you roll a strength check.
You've got to be shitting me.
6 total.
2 total.
With all this might, you push and you both slip and start sliding back down this running way as you can't quite
my
get the
goodness.
footing
Oh,
to
Frank.
push this grate.
What is wrong with this dice?
You guys slide down halfway back through as you finally stop yourself.
We're on a shit slide.
It is the shittiest slip. It's a shit and slide is what it is.
Oh, there's
an
an
what I was
actual
going for.
fire.
Yeah, it's exactly what you said.
Stop your rolling.
You guys stop about halfway through, and what are you doing?
Well, guess we gotta go back.
If we like crawl our way out, will he fit first through, and we'll follow him?
You have to see.
Okay, we'll try
It
that.
seems like there is enough room. It'd be very, very tight, but
Okay, I'll just back out.
Yeah.
okay. You guys kind of scooch, butt back, kind of slide a little bit towards the end. You get back. You sitting up on top of there, kind of like licking the blood and stuff
Yeah,
off your paw.
I'm on the ravine with the cave opening to go the other way
Yeah.
to what I
You're just
assume
sitting
is-
there, kind of cleaning yourself off a little bit.
Just still
You
tripping.
see, as you're kind of sitting there, kind of like playing with a bone or two and just kind of snapping them, you all of a sudden see that the ass of your half-elf friend, covered in shit and sewage, as the bard comes through, and they both look at you.
Well, we can't lift that. Can you?
Yeah, you need to go in there, see if you can do that.
There's a grate in the other
In
side.
a poop hole.
So, look, this the only kind of option.
Okay, I'll give her a go, I guess.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, need to make an athletics check.
Thank
This
you.
hole's really tight. I don't know if I'll fit in it, but we'll see.
It's a common problem.
Must be a pretty small hole.
Just re-roll it on the table.
Yeah, we will. Yeah,
Yeah, try rolling on here instead of on the edge. 8.
8.
8. It is a tight squeeze. And you're barely slowly.
We're rolling worth
It
shit.
takes about another 10 minutes for you to get slowly, finally up there.
It's a good thing you're not claustrophobic.
Your B shape is getting about 15 minutes left on it.
Wow, you guys.
Because you are waiting, because it took a long time. But you get up and you do see, scrunched up, there is a grate ahead of you, as the gnome and the wizard following behind you. So you go to try to open this grate?
Yep.
Alright, roll a strength check.
I swear, if you roll a 2 or a 1.
22.
Oh, thank you.
22. You take your pinky and just kind of pry off the edge and just push it right up. There's not even any resistance whatsoever. You barely even notice it as you push through. Grab your hands and you pull yourself up through the grate.
Dang.
As you look through the grate, all the bard and the wizard see is this Goliath ass with his nice little half loincloth with it nice chapped up.
Forgot about
Very
that.
muddy, sewage filled, barely fitting through, as he just pulls his waist up and looks around. And you see off and to your left, there is a sleeping man in plate armor. This silver bright, kind of tin bashed armor with this long platinum hair turned off to the side. You see he has no weapons around him. There seems to be off to the side a pile of nasty looking rotting food. There is one small little haystack. His bed himself is raggedy and just built with sticks and this leather yarn. Off to your left, you look and you see there is a barred wooden door encasing this little cavern with small little slats in the door, and the rest of it is covered in this thick, heavy wood and steel banding. As you kind of pull up, there is one small candle there lighting the rest of the room. As you kind of finally pull yourself up, it's not much more than 15 by 10
It's like a locked
size room.
jail cell type room.
You don't know. You just see Goliath ass.
That's right.
Okay.
Forgot about that.
I want to do an investigation to see if there's anybody else or any presence in the room besides him.
Did you step up out?
No, I'm still standing in the hole. I'm still just peeking
holding
my head
yourself
up.
You're still in the hole?
Yeah, I'm still just peeking my head up.
Okay.
It's just the tip of the hole.
So,
Tip up.
so you kind of reach up and go back down. You look around. It seems like this is a very small, either bedroom or singular room or prison cell or something. You're not quite sure, but there's definitely only one person in this area, and it seems like it's all solitary. You still hear the fighting the goblins off the other side of the wall, where the door is.
I want to go quietly and wake this guy up.
Okay.
Or see if we're investigate and check him out. So I want to get out of the hole and walk away.
Sure. Okay. So as you go to check on this guy, I need you to make a stealth check real fast.
Okay. 3.
3. You don't have to go and wake him up as you're... You can see, as he kind of rolls over looking... You can see now it is a beaten up, looking like a black eye, cut up human male with these bright blue eyes and, chiseled features with a necklace of a dragon's head hanging off his neck. He is still in this heavy plate armor. There's no weapons beside him, and he looks very shocked as you appear. He says, "Who are you? What are you doing here?"
I want to ask you the same thing.
Did he crawl out of the hole?
Yeah, he crawled along.
Okay, then I popped up.
I'm a prisoner here. Why are you in... You're not a goblin.
You're right, I'm not. You're very observant.
I try. It's one of my strong suits. And who's that? As he sees this gnome come up. Who are you?
I'm Sparky. Who are you? I understand you're a prisoner, but who are you? What's your name?
My name is Kunt de Barris, a paladin of Bahamut. Been captured here for the past few days. Why are you in my cell?
Did you not think to check the grate?
That's where I shit.
Did you not think to go down there and possibly find a way out?
I tried, but it was stuck from this end. I was kind of been beaten a few times.
Sorry, how long have you been here?
The past day or so.
Oh, how'd you manage to get yourself captured?
I've been on here on a mission, trying to find and stop some drug trade that's coming into Farron.
Are you looking for Clayton?
I was looking for a contact here of the Thieves Guild, yes.
It's probably Clayton.
Who is he?
I think he's someone to do with the Thieves Guild.
Someone who has close connection
Member
with the
of the
thieves.
Yeah, I believe he's a member of the Thieves Guild and has connections with this drug ring.
That would help me with my mission. I've been assigned by Bahamut himself, part of his guild.
Who?
Bahamut.
I don't know who that is.
The owner of the guild, Thieves Guild.
No, quite the opposite.
You're not even here.
Your burr.
You're Bert.
Yes, that's true. No, quite the opposite, as he speaks to himself at this random.
Oh, you got the voices too?
It's been a long day.
Ah, fair enough.
No, Bahamut is the platinum god. He is the one for justice, for goodness. He is the one that upholds all that is pure and just. I serve him as a humble paladin to create a better world for the rest of
Okay,
us.
you're a paladin. We get it. Can
Yes,
you help
sir.
us find Clayton? Do you know the pathways? Like, did they blindfold you? Do you know anything about down here?
Unfortunately, I entered in this cavern by mistake. I had learned that there might possibly have been a gang activity in this area for what it was.
Well,
And
I think you're right on that one.
I noticed.
Would you?
I was ambushed at the outside and brought here. Apparently, word of my travel may have been, I may have reached this goblin troop's ears.
Do you know how many are down here?
Last I saw, probably a good 15 to 20. It took quite a few to take me out.
I have a proposition.
Yes.
You can either.
He pulls up. As his half-elf kind of pulls up off of the grate, I have a proposition.
Excuse me.
There's like one little bit of turd off the side of your face. You guys still reek of shit and urine. The bear himself is just enjoying the nice seat.
Prestidigitation on myself.
Okay, so you clean off yourself. The
Can
gnome's
you,
now
can you
clean.
clean off me too? After I climb out of the shithole?
No, I can only do.
You can do it whenever. It's a cantrip. Over the next 18 seconds, he
Yeah,
cleans all
yeah.
three of you up.
Okay. Yes.
Anyway, I was saying, you can either help us out on our little adventure, we'll get you out of the cell,
Yes, sounds good to me.
or you could crawl down the shithole there. Mm-hmm. That sounded worse. Never mind.
Very Shawshank,
Yes.
whatever that is.
And find your
It
way
was a
out.
play I saw, traveling band.
You can either help us, and we'll get you out, or you can just head out through where we just came in and find your way out.
Well, that sounds good to me. I haven't been able to break through the door though. I've been a little bit weakened.
We have this.
I noticed.
Yeah.
A wrecking ball. I
Yes.
see.
How well are you to fight right now?
I have no weapon, but I'm sure they have one set up in the area.
Oh, I
Just
might
past
think-
there
I have a
seems to be.
spare short sword.
This would work, yes. And he grabs it, and
It's
you can
just-
see he swings it up and
Are you
knows what he's
physically
doing.
capable though?
Always. I've had my rest.
All right.
Bahamut be my strength.
Can we take a short rest?
If you need to.
For half an hour.
This
Right.
room, no one comes to check on me. They apparently were waiting for someone to interrogate me, is what I last heard. I assume this is that Clayton.
That's
you speak
probably
of.
Clayton.
Yes. Just past there seems to be where the leader of the goblins are.
Okay, that's who we're looking for. We want to find out where Clayton is. We need to find him.
Well, I'm up for it. If he's the one I'm supposed to bring back, I'd appreciate the help. I'm just curious, you three, why are you here?
We're here to find Clayton.
Yeah, we're trying to get him kicked out of the Thieves Guild, so... And
We were made an offer by a gentleman from a town we will not go into detail of right now.
I assume Mosswood, that's the closest one to here.
You're very bright.
You're not
It's
a very
on-
good liar.
Basically, it's on a need-to-know basis. What we need to do is we need to get to him, so that we can basically disown him, dishonor him, and get him out of here.
kind of get rid of the Thieves Guild.
Make a persuasion check. You make a deception check.
Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
Make a
Use
deception
the
check.
DM save.
That's what I got pushed.
Yeah, that's a natural one. I don't understand. What happens if I roll it on here? There's a 12. Okay. Cool.
Alright, so we have a natural one for a bard.
Yeah.
I got a 4 total.
4 total.
Oh,
He looks at
wow.
you. Not quite sure. Can't tell if you're on the good side or the bad side. Either way, I'm stuck in here and you're offering help. So I'll help. I don't mind killing these bastards myself.
I like to think
keep
we're
an
on
eye
the
on
good
you
side.
So we good for that short rest?
It's a small room. You can take your rest.
You're just
Recover if you
playing
need.
with yourself and
Seems like you were in a bit of a battle.
Song of rest.
Alright. So you three want to take a short rest? Your bear friend is still down in the cave entrance.
Right.
Hey man, he didn't want to come out of bear form. That's his fault.
So while this is happening, they're talking. What are you doing?
I'm eating corpses and
Is he still in bear form?
doing bear
For
stuff.
the next 15 minutes, he will be.
And then once the halfway through the short rest, I turn back into my gnome.
Okay, you turn him back into a gnome as you just finish.
Well,
You kind of get a bit shit and blood and gore in your mouth as you.
Well, I don't
Also,
have any
just roll a
healing
consti-
potions. So
Roll a Constitution saving throw
for what?
for what you just ate.
Yeah.
An 18.
An 18, you manage to hold back the stomach pain and the vomiting, and you don't go into massive heaves from all of the rotten flesh and,
Shit.
yeah, disgusting things you've just eaten.
Equalize.
Don't feel that great, though.
No, equalize.
In fact, you probably take a point of damage from what you've just eaten.
With saving a
Yes.
throw?
Otherwise, you would have been violently throwing up, attracting attention.
Well, that sucks because I got 2 hit points now.
It'll be in your bear form.
Oh, would it be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would have been while you're eating it. But yeah, you revert into your gnome self.
So now...
Still alone, and it seems like you've been alone for the past 20-30 minutes. You're starting to realize maybe splitting the party wasn't the greatest idea.
Yeah, I'm kind of screwed.
So, what are you doing?
Can I use any of my cure wounds or healing word to
On yourself,
heal
yes.
myself?
Yeah, you sure can.
Okay.
But you're
Well,
still
I'm
waiting for your friends.
Well, I can't climb down now unless I use another B shape.
You have a rope, don't you?
I don't believe I have the explorer's pack. I have the
Oh, yeah, you
chemist.
don't.
I have the
And you
herbalist,
did the rope.
herbalist
I did, yeah.
pack.
Yeah, so it would be you climbing down, seeing what you could do.
And my
Unless one of you wants to go
my
get it.
athletics is terrible.
Yeah, it is.
So,
So at this point, that's what you're doing. So you can either take a rest outside that doorway and risk being discovered, or make your way down into the shithole.
well, I can't go to the shithole, otherwise I will die.
There's
Yeah.
not like a.
So,
Unless you rolled well on your athletics. Otherwise, there's a chance
Chances
that
of
you
that.
fall unconscious. Roll your saves to see if you die or not.
well, I'm going to use some healing stuff to get me some hit points back.
Okay, so what are you casting?
First of all, cure wound, which is 1d8 plus my spell attack or ability modifier.
Yep.
So that is 13, which brings me up to full
Very nice.
from one action spell.
So you lay your hands on yourself and feel this pulse of energy as this feeling of goodwill and just revitalization comes upon you. And you take a good breath. And now you look around and you're still alone and you can still hear goblins fighting. And as you are sitting there, you do hear footsteps coming closer towards you.
I will cast Fog Cloud.
Okay, where are you casting that?
It's 120 foot radius,
Yes, but where are you casting it?
like right where I'm at.
Right on top of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can be like anywhere and it'll be all foggy in this crevasse cavern area.
Okay, so you focus for a minute. And just right near your feet, and this cloud of fog and mist starts to pour out from you, building out in a 20-foot radius.
120 foot.
It's a 20-foot radius sphere. The range is 120 feet. It's a 20-foot radius sphere.
Oh, I read that
So
wrong.
you create it in the area, and then it creates the 20-foot sphere as fog.
Oh, well, that's...
As you do that, you point it right towards you. It starts to fill up the area, covering the whole cavern where you're sitting, and partially into the tunnel. You still hear footsteps, and you hear as they point and they come into the fog. I need you to make a stealth check with advantage.
20 total and a 16 total.
You see two figures pile into the fog, kind of look around, as two more follow in behind it. Looking around, a group of 4 goblins stand around there. One looks directly towards your area. You can see these shadows look around. They go over to the edge, as you're kind of clinging off to the backside. They go off to the edge and look down, and and turn to look around, and then start heading back through the tunnel. Yeah,
Kick
there's
them
still a
in the
fog
shit.
cloud in the area. As they look very confused as they kind of back away. You can hear the footsteps go back.
I will follow.
Okay. You slowly follow just behind the group as they go through about 15, 20 feet back. You get past where your fog cloud dispenses, and you come into a cavern that is just like the other ones, slightly covered in about 10 feet tall ceilings, rocks, and a fair bit of small torchlight. And it continues on for about 30 or 50 feet. You need to make a stealth check.
19 total.
19 total. The goblins don't seem to notice your presence as you slowly appear. The cavern curves slightly, a few torches lining the center, and as you enter in, you can see about 30 feet away from you as it curves, it opens up into a larger area where there's more barrels, a bonfire in the middle. There's a few crates set up in the corner, a few beds, a table or two, and you see about 8 goblins setting up in the area, talking to each other, fighting amongst each other over some food, and as one tackles off to the side. You see one all of a sudden get up from the table, turn towards the group, and go, "Rosses!" as they calm down and look a little bit
Goblin
timid
captain.
way out. They look around the area. The bigger one that yelled at them turns back to the table and starts doing whatever he does. As you see 4 other goblins come from the back corner, they're just hidden, and join with the others and all sit around eating
So
something.
how many is there about? that I
Total
can
of
see?
12 plus 1 large man. 1 large goblin.
And I have no idea where these other guys went.
You just know they went
They
down
just
that
went
one
in that hole.
Yep. So what are you doing?
I am going to try and sneak up behind one of these crates or barrels that are
As you're
beside
looking
me.
away, the crates are about 5 to 10 feet away from where the goblins are. You're about 50 to 60 feet away from there.
Oh, so good.
Through an open, wide tunnel with no cover.
A good deal.
Just giving you notice. You can totally do that. You probably have a chance of being seen. Because there's no real good place to hide.
Yeah. I'm just thinking this might be a good spot to cast my minor illusion.
Minor illusion is a very small handheld image, very easy to see or sound. Very
Yeah,
small
but I'm
sound.
thinking like cast it across the room.
Do you have the ability to turn into some sort of small animal?
You're not there.
I can turn into like a rat, but then I have 1 hit point. And they'll be like, oh, it's a rat.
It's up to you. What are you doing?
Stay where I am.
So you're just staying in the middle of a tunnel.
Fucked either way.
You're staying in the middle of the tunnel with torchlight.
Oh, I'm not right in the very middle, but I guess I'll just go back to.
Okay, you go back
where I
to
was
where your
before.
fog cloud is. You pass into the fog there, and there's still a 15-foot drop down into the soft ground.
I can't go down. I can't.
I mean, you can.
Well, yeah, but
You're
I'll
just refusing
die.
not to. No, you're fine. How many hit points do you have?
I guess I have 13
full.
now, but still. All right, screw it. Try and scale it.
All right, so you go off to the side, make an athletics check.
It kind of went. Oh, it's a natural 20.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
So, after much hesitation of a very small drop, it's about 12 feet total when you hang off the edge, you hang back down and realize that there's small enough handholds for your small gnomish hands to grip, and you grab one on the one side, grab the other, you scale it down within about 10 seconds, not a problem. You land in the soft ground.
Make my way over to the hole.
You walk over to the hole, and you can see there's smaller drippings of liquid coming through, but it's a small enough cavern you can fit through.
I go in.
All right, you go through the hole, pile through. It's pretty simple for you to fly through. Within about 10 minutes into you guys' rest, as you're kind of getting ready, having a few provisions, being very quiet, your bard is, telling these jokes and giving a light air to the feeling. You all of a sudden see pop out of the shit grate your druid friend.
Hey, you finally made it. What's up,
Yeah.
buddy?
There's a lot of goblins out there, and a really big one.
Oh, where'd you see that?
Over where the fighting and noise is coming from?
Is that down the tunnel?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was down the tunnel.
Okay. Did you by any chance see anything
Other than, like, what did you see? Explain.
Oh, I've seen there's bonfires, some crates, and some barrels. About a dozen or better goblins, and what I assume to be the chief goblin. Cause he's,
Captain.
Yeah, the captain, because he was a hell of a lot bigger than all the rest of them, and when he spoke, the rest of them settled right down.
Yeah, he was about a foot taller, give or take. So not like crazy tall, but he was bigger, definitely more significant.
Yeah, haven't seen one like him in my studies before, so...
What do you think the odds of us fighting them are?
We have an addition.
Who is this?
Oh, sorry. This is our friend Gilbert.
Gilbert.
He's our druid friend.
Alright.
He likes
Were
animals.
you keeping watch by the end of the tunnel? Why'd you take so long? Were you
I
just
was-
scouting out on your own?
I was eating
He was eating.
the dead goblins.
You're one of those that can shapeshift, yeah?
Depends who's asking.
He's a
Well,
friend.
I'm a
He's-
paladin of Bahamut. I have agreed to help these all.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah.
You can trust in me. I am courageous. My name is Kunt.
Gunt?
Kunt.
I'll just call it cunt, it's easier.
K-R-N-T.
Like Kyrnt.
K-Y-R-N-T.
Kunt de Barris, a faithful paladin of Bahamut. Sent you on a mission to figure out where all of our drug trade is coming from. Apparently a lot of them comes from Mosswood. But it's a pleasure to meet you. If we're all ready to fight, to be ready for this, I suggest you rest up a little bit, prepare yourself.
I'm actually pretty well prepared myself.
Well, your friend here, looking a little rough.
We were going to take a short rest.
We already did that. That's kind of why I'm out of B shape. Just saying.
No, you came about halfway through.
Oh.
Yeah, we haven't quite finished.
Yeah, you would have been out there for 50
You guys
minutes.
have to finish.
Well, if you want healings...
Yeah, I already used up 2 of my spell slots, though.
Yes, but I have Song of Rest, which means
Yeah, you get free healing plus hit dice.
free healing. Yeah.
But you're at max, right?
I'm at max now, yeah, and
Yeah.
I've used up 2 of my 3.
Your max health is 13.
Yep.
Oh, you didn't level up your health because you weren't here.
I did.
Did you roll?
Yes.
See, for our first 3 levels, you get your max hit points.
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yes, that's what the DM rule is.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that would have been
So what was your total hit
8
points before?
plus
An 8 plus your constitution.
minus 1, so that'd be 7.
So you get 7 hit points, so your total would be 14.
Okay.
One
Man,
better.
you are weak.
Yeah.
Besides when you're in bear form.
Alright, so you guys all decide to hunker down and get a few rest. Your bard friend decides to tell a few jolly stories of strength and honor, and you kind of feel well done about it. You all get a d6, or you roll it. And it went under the table because you can't see that.
To go.
Wait, it was a 4 on the side.
There we go.
Oh, that's a 2.
2. So you all heal
much
2
better.
hit points just for free as you guys take a bit of rest for the moment.